let's talk about morality. It's pretty easy. There's no standard, you know, there's no divine standard up there. Because through our evolution, we learned how to help the species. Because if we would just kill all the species, well, we couldn't have relationships, we couldn't reproduce, you know. For instance, I give you an example. If you know how I say it's not good to lie, but I give you an example where lying actually is good. Say like if somebody was kidnapped, right? And and uh, and that people ask, "Where's this person?" You know, because they want to kill him, right? And then you say, "I don't know." Well, you did a good thing because you saved the person's life. See, it's all about caring for the well-being. If we didn't care for the well-being of people, well, we couldn't have relationships. You know, I mean, um, we wouldn't thrive. We wouldn't have communities. You know, now there was some instances where there was like Vikings and barbarians, like the really bad times that they kind of just wanted to kill everybody off, but not technically everybody, because if you killed everybody, you wouldn't have relationships. You know, you wouldn't have friends. So that's why harming people or harming anything is wrong, because we have to care for the well-being. That's through the evolutionary process. Dogs will save human life, you know, because you know we're animal too, you know, um, and you know we're come from you know the apes are our cousins, you know, so you know, and the interesting thing is we're gonna learn how to talk to the dolphins. I think by 2025 through computer technology, and we're learning more about the brain, we'll actually understand what the animals are thinking and what the animals are going to are saying, and if they're talking behind our backs. um, so it's going to be really interesting. So morality is simple. The reason why there just can't be a divine standard, it's because morality is objective and subjective. Like I said with the lying, you know, like for instance, the Bible will say it's not good to lie. Don't lie. But lying in that case, what I explained, actually saved the person's life. So the things are not black and white. There's shades of gray. Things are not, you know, that's you know, that's what I mean. Um, so it's pretty simple. Um, and it's actually good, you know, like Richard Dawkins said, that the morality is not provided by a deity, especially from any of the religions, because, well, the Bible endorses slavery. You know, it never says it once. It's you know wrong. It never says it. You know, Jesus never stopped it. Uh, you know, and obviously the morality of the religions are from the times, the barbaric times. Um, so that's uh, and that's why if you look at that aspect, uh, the morality of humanism surpasses the religion morality, because the morality of the religion is from barbaric times. You know, it you know it approves of slavery. It undermines women, and the thing is, you know, it kind of went bad from worse, but they still have that slavery aspect. You know, all the way from there. Slavery's been around forever. It seems like 1600s Irish slavery. So it's like the religions. It kind of destroyed the world, because I think if there wasn't religions, possibly, you know, there wouldn't be slavery. Uh, you know, but then again, everybody wants, you know, take advantage of people, so maybe there would be too. Um, you know, but but it doesn't come from God's any of the morality, you know. and the prophecies, there's no prophecies being fulfilled because there's no rapture, and there's no, you know, if the book is supposed to be eternal from the past, present, and future. If that was the case, it would have talked about the latest breakthrough in medicine, such as CRISPR. It would talk about the coming of robots, universal basic income and transhumanism. It doesn't say anything like that. The book is not an eternal book. It's just a book written by barbaric people, cruel barbaric people, and it reflects the times. Slavery. We learn, it's wrong. You don't enslave people. You don't enslave animals. Well, humans are animals. You just don't enslave. If there was a morality, if there was a standard, it wouldn't come from any of the religious gods. It would come from a god of no religion. But if that was true, what would make it a god? And that god would have to be proved and demonstrated. So it's not necessarily. It's more like, some advanced species out there developed through natural means, probably had some like super software they can run, like a god type software, not necessarily a god. And probably that's what happened. It's probably been happening through, billions of years and trillions, and and then you have to ask yourself if there's why would God decide, at least the religious God, decide if the universe is like a 13.4 billion years, decide to create humans thousands of years. I mean, what was he doing? And the infinite regress problem. So it's more likely not God. It's probably just it was advanced species that probably happened multiple times that run some kind of God software. Because think about it. Why do we don't have to have so many galaxies. We don't, we could just have one galaxy, two galaxies, But these species, they had some amazing capabilities, So none of the gods, are true. And morality it's simple. It doesn't come from any god, and it can't come from a god, because morality is both objective and subjective, depending on the circumstance. I give you another example. Like if it was a life and death situation, at best, if a person's trying to kill you, you don't have to kill them, but at least harm them. Maybe shoot them in the knee, so they don't kill you. But if they come in at you, and by accident, you have to defend yourself, right? It's either kill or be killed. The person's going to kill you, right? So, and so in that aspect, harming somebody would be okay, because they're trying to kill you. So, if what are you going to do, right? If they're going to kill you, if you can't run away, if you can't escape, you're going to have to either wound them or at least best wound them. I would never take a life unless there was no other option, So, like I said, the thing is it's not black and white. It shades of gray, So it's pretty easy, the morality thing. Just it has nothing to do with any gods. It's through the survival process of the evolution. Different animals, will save people's lives. Even, believe it or not, the cat can save a dog. The dog will save the cat. Even though they're kind of like bitter enemies. But so it's and evolution it's a big stage. It's not really only survival of the fittest. It's the best to reproduce the population, because it's like, when you look for a girl, you're you're gonna look for the good, really good looking girl. Obviously, that's what you're gonna go for. You know, you're not gonna go for ugly girl. So it's the same with animals. You know, I mean, different animals. You know, they desire the highest mate, and they reproduce. But not everybody wants to have kids. Uh, back then it's for the different tribes. That was the thing. You had to just have kids. And provide for the family. But you know, as different years pass, um, the morality changed. We know. Slavery's wrong. We know. Killing people, it's bad. So the morality evolved. Everything evolves. Except religion. Religion is stagnant. It doesn't evolve. You know, what's true in the Bible, it's supposed to be true forever. You know, and it can't be. Slavery's wrong, and women are not second class to men. Both equal, men and women. And the bad thing is, like, I know the person that you know he treated women great, but then he became religious, and he's like, well, my religion say this, so he says the women are second class. See how religion can be harmful? It's like that. Even minor things, religion can really, it's harmful. It's harmful in so many ways. It's harmful for politics and government. It rejects medicine. It rejects treatments. It's more. It's not more. It's not really private. That's the problem. They need to really keep it private. I mean, if you're gonna believe this stuff, but people's actions harm the society. So, and the communities are popping up for non-believers. It's growing. So, it's you don't need the religion. It's bad. It's really bad. I mean, in small ways and huge ways. It's gonna make people do crazy things, and make people believe crazy things, and it make people act and crazily. From small examples to large examples. So yeah, the morality is simple. It doesn't come from any gods. It can't. It's a part of evolution. Adapt, survive, and thrive. So that's all there is to it. It's not that hard. It's about caring for the being of the person, the well-being, and that's your evolutionary inheritance. Let's see what else I can say. That's it.